Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Some crime novels build their tension through psychological rather than other plot points and themes. That's especially true when the main character or narrator might or might not be reliable. Let's take a look at a novel like that today and turn the spotlight on Rebecca N. Porter's The Rest Hollow mystery. The real action in this story begins when Roger Kenwick returns to consciousness after having been in an auto accident while on the way to Montmere, California. He has no memory of how the accident happened, but as he slowly comes to, he searches for the man he'd hired as a driver to take him to a house called the Rayburn House in Montmere. He can't find the man or the car, nor does he know how far away the house he wants is. He climbs out of the canyon he's fallen into and makes his way to a house he sees. It might be abandoned, but it's his only hope. When he gets close to the house, though, he faints. He wakes up inside the house, and when he's able, starts to look around. That's when he becomes aware of a woman crying in an upstairs room. He goes up to help her, and matters get even stranger when she tells him to leave her alone. Kenwick still doesn't know where he is or how to get to his destination, but he's soon drawn into a strange web of deceit, intrigue, and the history of the house, which we learn is called Rest Hollow. As the story goes on, we slowly learn about Kenwick's past. He saw action in World War I, and the book was published in 1922, and returned home wounded. We learn other things, too, about his history, why he was going to Montmere in the first place, and how it's all connected to the strange events, including murder, that happen in the story. So what are the elements in this novel? What holds it together and keeps the story going? Well, as I said, the novel is as much psychological as it is anything else. Most of it is told from Kenwick's point of view, third person, past tense, and it's reasonable to wonder just how reliable a narrator he is. You might call this an example of gaslighting, as Kenwick seems to be being manipulated. Or is he? If he is being manipulated, who's responsible? If he's not, how dangerous is he really? Parts of the story have an almost dreamlike quality, as Kenwick tries to make sense of what's happening to him. Other parts of the story are more realistic. The structure of the story is not strictly linear. Readers who prefer stories to be told in chronological order and concentrating on the characters' experiences will notice this. While most of the story is told from Kenwick's point of view, we also follow other characters, and we get bits and pieces of Kenwick's history that way. Readers will want to stay alert as the story does go back and forth in time a bit. It's not spoiling the story to say that there's a trial towards the end of the novel. There are some dramatic moments in it, and readers who enjoy fictional trials will appreciate that. Some very important information comes out at the trial, too, and that's where all the pieces of the puzzle start to come together. The story isn't long, about 200 pages. Even so, there are several characters introduced, all of whom play a role in the outcome. So readers will want to keep track of them as the story goes along. The Rest Hollow mystery is an early Golden Age story featuring a young man who may or may not be what he seems, an eerie house, and equally eerie small town atmosphere, and a many-layered puzzle. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.